Welcome to the Theater of Others podcast. My name is Adam Marple, and I'm the co-artistic director of the Theater of Others. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing a shutdown and reevaluation of space and gathering, we at the Theater of Others are thinking about what stories we need and how best we can share them. We believe space is psychology, and it informs the way in which an audience interacts and reacts to what is presented to them. We create uniquely theatrical events in bespoke sensory performance spaces crafted to encourage curiosity and grant the audience permission to commune with the play. Now that space has moved online, how can we encourage interaction and action amongst an audience virtually? The Theater of Others produces plays that both welcome and challenge the audience. We are committed to international collaboration and are a laboratory that helps artists grow through intensive study of their craft. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purpose of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task, and it requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? On the podcast today from Melbourne, Australia, are co-artistic directors Budi Miller and myself in Cairo, Egypt. This podcast contains explicit language.
Adam.
Hi, Budi.
How you going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm just happy that I proved my suspicion all along.
You know, I don't know what to say. Thanks, I guess. I don't know.
First of all, I wanted to say to our listeners, if you haven't listened to the podcast from the week before, you need to listen to the podcast from the week before when we have we had a professional musician composer on the podcast who has perfect pitch and explained what perfect pitch feels like in the body, mind, and ear of a person who has perfect pitch. Adam Marple has perfect pitch, y'all. This is that Rain Man disease that I always talk about him having. It's because he has perfect pitch.
And it explains so much why I don't enjoy working on musicals, because I hear all of the people who aren't on pitch, who aren't in the right key, and that's all I hear. So it just bugs me. It's great to know. It's finally good to know that there's a reason. I'm not just a curmudgeonly bastard, just an old man yelling at the kids in the front yard. It's, oh no, I hear what it should be, what it is. And Thanks,
Adam,
universe,
give us an A.
I guess.
Give us an A.
For that.
Give us an A.
No, stop making me perform. No. I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse to use my superpowers for evil.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jack and I have been quizzing Adam's ear. And every time I call it out, he'll sing it, and then Jack will play it, and it's correct. So if you want to test Adam Marple's skills, just call into speakpipe.com/theater of others. That's speakpipe.com/
and just say a letter.
That's theater with a T-R-E. And just say a letter. Or play some music and have Adam recite it back to you in the letters that it is.
Or even worse, do it in the wrong key, or replace a wrong note and just bug the hell out of me, and I'll respond back to you. That's
kind of like
yeah.
I can't.
But what
I
a
can't
good episode
now that.
What a good episode with Tom Kitt. I'm glad we had him. I'm glad we had him.
Tom was incredible. We were so lucky
really cool
to have him talk to us. We were such nerds.
Especially because we were nerds, because like I feel like when we have people that we know and it's in our niche of like what we talk about in theater and everything, and then there's Tom, and we're just like, ooh, this person that we doing this thing called musical theater. And it's like, we can just nerd out with him and be like, I don't know what you do. How do you do that thing that you do?
It's
Yeah,
amazing. And now you can do it too because you've got perfect pitch.
I could.
So, Adam, what is
I'll
perfect
just
pitch
I'll
for
just
people
walk
who
into
don't
auditions and be
know?
like, "Thank you."
What is perfect pitch, Adam?
It's that you could just somebody just tell you a letter and apparently you'd sing it. I guess I don't know. You can just hear things and sing it. I can't read. I can't sight read. I used to do chorus. I was in music
So how,
programs,
like,
and I
that's
never learned how to sight
crazy.
read.
It's
I
not
would. So this is
fair,
what I would
Adam.
always do because we would go to competitions. Well, I don't know what to say. We would go to competitions, and all I had to do was hear it once, and then I would go in and I would do it. And that's the same thing when we'd have rehearsals. I would just hear it, and then I would do it. So I would never learn how to sight read. I can find where the rests are and things like that, but like in terms of what note that is and what key change we're going to be, it was like math. I decided I was not going to even try to do it, and then all I needed to do was hear it. And so what would eventually would happen is I would get it immediately, and then I would be the one in the section that would be reminding people, no, it's a half step down or whatever it was. And that was just how I learned how to sing. And so what would happen when I'm in a musical, it was I would end up doing that same thing. Or as a director, I would be walking behind when we'd have music rehearsals and I would just be like reminding of them of what it actually is. And it drives me crazy. So it's also why I don't
I
listen to a lot of
always
music for
wondered
the
why
longest period of time. It's why I listen to
you
podcasts and
would
things like that.
always start singing a song, and it's always in the key that the song is written in. Always would wonder. I was like, God, he's got such a good ear.
Yeah. Yeah. It's thanks, I guess. I don't know. Again,
It's so not fair.
it's not doing me any good. Uh, I'll give
It's
it
so
back if
not
anybody
fair.
wants it.
Every gay man
It's
in Peoria is like upset.
Peoria. Okay, well, if there you know, 100 gay men in Peoria that are mad at me, then I think I can live with that. it's it's a random town to choose from. just one town in Illinois where there's just a couple of gay guys who are just listening to the podcast randomly and mad at me. But all right, well, I'm not going there, so I think I'll survive.
I just wanted to say Peoria. It's a good word.
Yeah, it's a nice word. It's like one of
So,
those
how are
words that
your
like Bugs Bunny would say in the Looney Tunes. Like,
yeah, Peoria? But he'd sing about it. Abracadabra,
mm,
hocus pocus, pocus cadabra,
yeah,
hocus pocus, abracadabra, hocus pocus, Peoria.
romper stomper bomper
Adam,
boo. Mm-hmm.
I can. They never saw
Mm-hmm.
me, Adam. They never saw me. They
I'm
never
sorry.
saw me.
I'm so sorry.
And I think that's a perfect example of white privilege. If you got seen to tit,
If you got seen to on Romper Room
if you got
in the
saw,
early
if you got
'80s,
seen to tit in the early '80s, you were white or white passing
mm-hmm.
or had a white name.
Well, I identify as white. I am white, and I identify as white.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Question: how white are you?
What do you want me to say? Like
Do you turn pink
this
in the
is Spinal
sun?
Tap. None more white. None more white can I be. I don't. What do you want me to say? I don't know.
White. None more white. Do you turn pink in the sun?
No, I turn pretty dark. Turn pretty brown. Like you know, this isn't a really good representation. Yeah, I'm. This I look. Wow, I look pale here. This is really pale. No, I get pretty brown.
Do
This is not
you
a correct representation. I have a new light
can you
washing me
jump?
out. I mean, uh, yes, I can jump. Can I dunk a basket or get anywhere close? No. Have I tried? No.
Do you have 10 toes.
I do.
See, white,
We're not mutants, you know.
white, white.
We're not mutants. We're not, anomalies.
Girl, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I wouldn't be so sure. Maybe my life goal, my change for life goal could be to help Adam be less white. White.
What's wrong with being white?
Oh, nothing, Adam. Nothing's wrong with being white. It's white is just all right, Adam. It's just all right.
White is all right. Yeah.
White is all right.
I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say that I have pride in white, because that would be awful.
Have you been to the White Pride Day parade? Have you been to the White Day parade?
Well, I am from Georgia. I have a feeling that a lot of schooling and just being in Georgia was a lot of white pride. I come from a town that I come from a town that still flies the Confederate flag. So yeah, there's still some white pride out there.
Girl.
Yeah.
See, I had this it's not a new thought, but it's a pestering canker blossom.
Okay.
Why can't racism be so illegal that we could actually do something about it?
That's a very good question. In Germany, they did a pretty good job of trying to handle that openly.
How'd they do it?
In school, and well, they didn't hide from it. They didn't try and run away from it. They openly talk about it and teach about it.
Really make it illegal, like, because I'm thinking about.
It's also that
Adam,
you can't fly Nazi paraphernalia. You can't have the salute. You can't anything that is Nazi related is illegal, and it comes down to free speech versus the right of the state to keep safety and security. So in the United States, is anybody willing to give up free speech for safety and security? And then you have that quote by Benjamin Franklin that says, anybody willing to give up freedom for security should have neither. The country is built on what the country is built on, and there's a conversation that needs to be had, but it's got to happen out in the open, which is what happened in Germany over a long period of time. Out in the open, they take people to concentration camps. They don't hide from it. The things that they could take down, they took down. The things that they can't take down, they show and they put it in context, so it's not ignored. And there's not shame around it anymore. There's a sense of, we will never do that again, but those were my ancestors, and I'm going to do better than that because it was horrible, and we recognize it was horrible. It's not 100% perfect.
Yeah, but there's still like insane microaggressions, and I experienced like flat out racism when I was there. So it's not working.
There's no doubt you can't get rid of. Well, is it better?
I want to abolish racism. That's going to be my goal for life change.
A lot of people who. That's fantastic. I think there's a lot of people out there who also agree with that life change. It's not really somebody else's life change can't be your life change, but I want to abolish your racism by taking 3-hour baths and doing yoga every morning.
Yes. That's how I'm abolishing your racism. Yes. So we actually have our list. And it's pretty extensive. Yeah. People are stepping up.
Yeah. People are thinking
about it. We have written ones, and we also have audio. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes, and they're lovely. They're from friends from all over the world, and it's an inspiring list, like I was saying, and it's really cool to hear the different ones. There's ones that you kind of expect, like you hear these kind of things, but it's good to kind of just say them out loud. And there's some that were like, "Ooh, I really like that one. I want to do that one too." So yeah,
Should we do the written ones first?
go for it. Yeah, you've got them. So yes,
I don't have the written one. You have the written one.
nobody wrote to me.
Elizabeth, she wrote something.
Yes,
I have Elizabeth's. Here it is. Are you ready?
yes.
She says, I stopped having New Year's resolutions since 2011 because for me, every day is an opportunity for me to make changes, whether big or small. So if I were to be accounted for anything, then my work on myself as a seeker is to evolve into being a better person through prayer, being present and being kind. And hopefully that can contribute to a better world. I like that one.
That's lovely. That's lovely. I like that too.
It's very
And
lovely.
this is what we were talking about with that's what we were talking about in regards of not resolutions, because the resolution has a stigma around it at the beginning of the year that I'm going to do this, and then the second that you don't do it, you give up on it, and then whatever happens, January is the busiest month in the gym every single year, and then February is the emptiest month in the gym because people give up on their resolutions. Versus, as
Is
Elizabeth
February
said,
the
if you were
emptiest
to
month in
wake
the
up
gym?
every single day, it absolutely is, which is why they get you with a year-long contract or the 6-month contract. You can't just come in. They can get the money up front, and then they know that you're not going to come, so they can do it with more people. But as Elizabeth says, to wake up every single day and recommit yourself to the thing, yeah, that's a lovely thought. I like that a lot. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth, that's amazing. Jack also said that they did that with him, the gym.
Yeah, they always do it. That's what they know. They can pay for the entire year's rent with just January.
Really?
Yeah. Usually, a lot of the gyms.
Whoa.
Think about it. Every single year, you'll get this around December and January. You'll get this big sale, big package sale, and then it goes away. Why do they only do it around that time? Because they're going to get a bunch of people to come in, give a lot of money up front, and then they'll never see them again. So then the gym is empty, which means you can bring in more people, the people who will always be there. Yeah, it's a racket.
It's definitely a racket. It's definitely a racket. Look,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to maintain a active gym lifestyle because it's if you're not working inside the gym, it's hard to be there all the fucking time.
Yeah, that is true. I am currently wearing my gym clothes because I just came from my roof where I was working out. So
I love
I
watching
am
you
I
work
am
out.
living
You
up to
have a
my
little
resolutions
boogie.
as well. Only when I'm listening to Beyonce.
Okay, so shall we
She's always on
continue?
pitch, so I can listen. Yes, we should.
Oh, well, she's a Virgo.
She's a Virgo. That's true. Yes. Let's continue. Okay, so
So let's listen to.
up first is Austin, right?
No, Adrian.
My goal for 2024 is to produce more than I consume. So, what that means is basically out of work hours, make more creative stuff compared to the other alternative, which is what I've been doing in 2023. And that is just scrolling on my phone on different apps. So, that's my 2024 goal, produce more than I consume.
I love that. Produce more than I consume. That's good.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. Yeah.
I think
I can get
everyone should
behind
take
that.
that
I like
on.
that as well. Mm-hmm. How do you produce more than you consume?
How would I do it?
That's good.
Actually, I think that is a great provocation for every single artist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a great way to define being an
Delete the
artist, that you
apps.
produce more than you consume?
You're a producer, not just a consumer.
Yeah, you make stuff, you know?
And your goal for
I
this year is
make
to make
art.
more stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, then you consume.
that's lovely.
So
Yeah.
if you're a baker, that means you have to bake more cakes than you eat.
Yeah. But then you get up against that old adage, never trust a skinny cook. So then you got to work out
Okay.
more. So then it's just a vicious cycle. Yeah. But no, but I like what he's saying.
Well, how would that
Don't
look for
take the
you?
time if they're how that well, like I was saying, I like that he adds at the end of it that when there's time for me to scroll on my phone and just do mindless things on a phone, there's times for me to be doing something else productive. He recognized that in himself, that he said, what I'm usually doing is just consuming whatever stupid app on my phone. What could I be doing that's fun that way? I in my rehearsal the other day, I talked about, and I've talked about this before, about refilling the well. As artists, we're always drawing from that well. This is a very kind of like Morning Pages, Julia Cameron kind of thing. And sometimes you give yourself an artist date. Like you could color in a coloring book. It's being creative. You're producing something, and it's also filling the well at the same time. It sounds silly, but like if you've got 5 minutes to be creative, why don't you just take the moment to kind of be quiet and be creative with yourself instead of like, oh, one more time of playing this silly game that just is mind numbing and it makes me not think. I don't know. Up to you, of course. I mean, what makes you feel
I
happy
found
and makes you
well,
feel good.
but I find that I have it's interesting because I've stopped. I've turned off all my notifications except for my Duolingo and my ASL sign language app.
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really
I'm
nice.
so much more
It's
done.
like
I'm
the
so much
old
more
days. Like I
happy.
actually go to the phone when I want to use it.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm not a slave to it. I'm happier. The emails, there's nothing that is urgent right now that I need to answer. Whatever it is, I'll answer it later on. There's not a text message that is necessary for me to jump through a hoop to go and change my mindset. Or yeah, life will go on if I don't answer this text message, if I don't even see this text
Mm-hmm.
message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. Okay, so what's the next one? Let's listen to it.
That's Austin. So yeah.
All right, here we go. Hi, Budi. Hi, Adam. I am recording my goals for life change for 2024. Thank you, Budi, for helping me finally get around to doing this and helping articulate my goals a little bit. Overall, my goal is to use my phone less, to get myself out of this tiny screen and have more time, reclaim time in my life back. And I'm planning on doing that in 3 different ways. The first one is I've turned off the notifications for messages and socials, which I think is a big first step. And so I can plan to use my phone when I want to and not when it tells me to. Planning on keeping the phone out of my bedroom under no excuse for alarm or whatever, but not to read news or catch up on life before or after I go to sleep. And to never lay on the couch with my phone, because I feel like that's where I can lose an hour without even thinking about it. My second goal, I've got 10 seconds here, is to do core workouts and improve the strength of my core and my overall health so that my back starts feeling better.
Wow. our boys need to get off their phones.
Apparently, they're being slaves to their phones. Apparently so.
Austin needs to get off his phone. Adrian needs to get off. Our boys need to get off their phones. Well, no, this is going to be great because I'm going to be able to hold them to it. I'm going to be like, get off that phone.
Yeah, we're gonna see them, and they're gonna be on their phone. No, I like that. He says, "I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time," and that's a great way of thinking about it. You know, yeah, we're giving our time to something that doesn't give anything back to us. And this is exactly what my resolution was as well. My not resolution was reclaiming my mornings. And it's the same thing. My phone is not my alarm. I go through my meditation and my morning pages and my Duolingo and my looking at the sun and being ready, and then I can have a look at my emails and read the New York Times and do all those things. So I'm reclaiming my mornings, and that's great. My phone is not telling me what I have to do. I get to tell myself what I'm going to do, and then I tell my phone if I want to do it. So yeah. Good for you, Austin. We're holding.
What I love for Austin is it's like he can stop looking at his phone and do his core work.
Yeah, that's good. Also, core work, very, very important, folks. Don't forget that stuff. It leads to bad.
But he needs to. He's always carrying the camera. He's carrying that damn camera. Not damn camera. We love that camera. That camera is our friend. That camera is our lover.
Yeah.
But yes, when he needs his core, so he can hold that camera, because he be holding that camera a lot, especially in our presence. Yep. And if you haven't seen the work of Adrian and Austin, you must go and watch the video of Bright Lights Burning at the Etihad Museum on the website.
Well, all three. I mean, we've got 3 different versions. We've got the Extreme Hangout, the Mohammed bin Rashid Library, and then the Etihad Museum. And the first 2, Extreme Hangout and Mohammed bin Rashid, are live stream captures, whereas Etihad is an edited, color corrected, beautiful version. So yeah, they were as much, if not, they were a very integral part of that production. And our choices made around what they were doing was, they're a part of the company. Very, very important part.
And you have to go to Adrian's website. It's brand new. It's so sexy. What's his website, Adam?
When did you ask me this? Adrian Eppel Color. So Adrian, ADRIAN EPPEL Color, COLOUR. Adrian Eppel Color.
He is an amazing colorist, y'all. If you need editing a colorist for your film, you need a first-rate colorist. You need to go to Adrian. We only work with Adrian. He's incredible.
We only work with the best.
That's true. Okay, who's next?
Emily.
Okay, this SpeakPipe thing is so amazing. I love it. Okay, so my life change this year is going to be getting off coffee, which has been so hard for me. I haven't been able to do it. I am holding on for dear life to this coffee. It's kind of like my only addiction. It's my only vice currently, and I'm determined to do it this year. And I'm really excited to see what comes from when I actually pull the trigger and get it done. So that's my life change.
Well, for coffee.
Good luck with that.
I mean, yeah, coffee's like chocolate. It just comes at you when you're not expecting it. Like I remember when I was like doing one of my, my regimens of, trying not to have sugar. And I literally would like be in the office and someone would hand me a piece of chocolate and it would be in my mouth before I realized that I'm eating chocolate.
I understand that. What
do you mean?
Force it in your mouth. There's a choice being made.
No. I mean, because I'm talking to someone and they give me a piece of chocolate and then it ends up in my hand and goes in my mouth, I'm not responsible. And coffee's hard because when you smell it, it begins to do its job on you. And I want to know how much coffee she's drinking. She is kind of high strung, so
she must be drinking a lot to really to see it as a problem and to want to get off.
Yeah.
She may see it as a problem. It's one of those things where, like, if you go a day without, or even hours without, and you're getting major headaches, then yeah, there may be a real problem that is there. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. I can't respond to caffeine addiction, one of the most addictive things on the planet.
You have to tell your coffee story. Tell them why you don't drink coffee, Adam.
Oh, man. All right. My first year of high school. I'm going to Performing Arts High School. Joshua Waterstone and I were starting Performing Arts High School in Georgia, Pebblebrook High School for the Performing Arts. And I live in a different county. I live like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away from my school. So I got to wake up at 5 a.m. to be out the door at 6 a.m. to drive to the bus stop where the bus is going to pick me up at 7 a.m. to get to school at 8:30. And I tell my mom, these are literally my words, Mom, now that I'm an adult, when you come to wake me up in the morning, because I'm an adult and my mom's going to come and wake me up, Mom, when you come to wake me up in the morning, can you bring me a cup of coffee? And so my mom used to be a postal worker. So she was used to being up at 4 a.m., no problem. So she said, yes, sure, honey, I will bring you a cup of coffee. It's your first day as an adult. And she does. She brings me coffee. And that first week is, I've never had coffee before. This is not like today's teenagers that are just, living off of Starbucks and coffee and all those kind of things that they are now. This was weird to be drinking coffee at 14, 13, whatever it was. And
in
so,
the 80s.
It was not in the 80s. It was 1995. And so I drink my coffee the first week. It's horrible. I don't like it. It's just bleh. I associate the smell of coffee with Barnes and Noble bookstores because it was great. I love the smell, but the taste was gross. Anyway, the first week goes by. I'm sweating coffee smell all day long. It's just gross. The second week comes around. Again, Mom, I'm an adult now. When you come to wake me up, bring me a cup of coffee. Well, Mom forgot to have creamer in the house, and there was no milk. So she's like, well, I can't give it to him black. I can't bring him a black cup of coffee. He doesn't like the taste of this coffee as it is. So she says, what can I do? And she opens up the freezer and there's ice cream. She goes like, well, it's the best that we can do. There's some milk in it. I'll put the ice cream into the coffee. She brings it to me. She had never checked what the flavor of this ice cream was. And I take a drink and I swear to God, I swallowed a cockroach because the flavor of the ice cream was butter pecan with whole pecans inside of it. And that pecan went down my throat and I thought it was a cockroach and I spewed it everywhere, and that was my last cup of coffee ever.
Now, my question is, how do you feel about butter pecan?
I can eat butter pecan all day long. It's no problem. It's the coffee that's the problem.
That's good. I respect a man that eats butter pecan ice cream. Because don't get me going to butter pecan.
Butter pecan is supposed to have pecans in it. Butter pecan is supposed to have pecans in it. Coffee is not supposed to have cockroaches in it. I'm just saying.
Pecans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help Emily not drink coffee. She just put butter pecan ice cream in her coffee and she won't drink it.
Yeah, just imagine you're drinking a cockroach every single time. You'll stop drinking coffee real quick.
There we go. See, look at that. Look at us helping people get through their strategies and solutions for their life changes and goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't say we never gave you nothing, Emily. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Stephen.
Hi, my name is Stephen Galtney. I am the resident playwright and dramaturg for Theater of Others. And my life change, I know there's some objection to the term New Year's resolution. This is a New Year's resolution, but we can call it a life change. Is any day I am in New York City, so any day I am not traveling, which is 11 out of 12 days, I want to write 3 hours a day, which is a big goal, for sure. But I really want to see what I can put together if I'm able to put together 12 months of writing every day, 3 hours a day, consistently. So we'll see.
That totally connects to.
I approve of this.
That connects to Adrian as well. He's gonna have. That's really consuming more than. That's really producing more than he consumes.
I approve of this, Stephen, because you have to come up with a new play next year. You have to finish the one that we're working on this year. I want more Stephen Galtney plays in the world. So
I approve of it as well. But that also means editing as well. So it's working on the. It's not actually physically writing, but it's focusing on the writing 3 hours a day. Was it a day?
3 hours a day, yeah. But you know what? I like that he gives himself
You go, girl.
a realistic task of I like a realistic task of saying, like, when I'm in New York, which the majority of the time he's in New York majority of the time, but he's also saying like, when I travel, I can back away from it. I give myself an out, because he also likes to travel, and I want him to travel more and get out of the city more as well. So I think it's good.
Yes, he's on a trip right now. He's in the forest right now.
He is.
With his brothers. His real brothers, y'all, not us. His real brothers.
His brothers from his actual mother.
From his actual mother, exactly. I think this could be a confronting one for some of our listeners, though, because that's 3 hours a day when you're in whatever city. It's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, that's him. He knows his schedule. Versus if you could say 30 minutes every morning. Like I do my morning pages every single morning. I do 3 pages, and then when 3 pages are done, I'm done. Now I'm not trying to create anything. I'm just trying to get the diarrhea out of my head and just start my day. But like, it's a good way of just saying consistently every single morning, I'm going to write, or every single evening I'm going to write, or I'm going to block out an hour to create something. Yeah, it's not a bad way of starting it. And then you may get to the end of that hour and you go, I'm in the middle of something, I want to continue. And then you build more.
I wish him all the luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Galtney, I wish you all the luck in the universe, because I just get 3 hours a day. Like a day. There's 7 days in the week.
He knows his schedule. He knows what he can do.
All right, girl. I got you, boo. I got you, Galtney. I got your back. 3 hours a day, y'all. When Galtney's in town, he's not writing. But when he's in his own town, he is writing. I mean, I say when he's in town, like when he's in like Melbourne town. Like if he's in my town. Galton, when are you coming to Melbourne? Hello? Ugh, I swear. He only sees me when I go see him. And I'll see him next week. I'm doing a workshop next month. In March.
Like you're not in New York next week.
Mask workshop.
Yeah, cool.
I'll be in New York next month.
Excellent.
Y'all need to come and do my mask workshop. Excellent. You should put it on the website. Is it on the website?
It's not on the website.
No, it's not on the website. Put it on the website so people know. Okay. The next one.
Fraser.
Hello, Theatre of Others. I've heeded the call. This is Fraser Shepherdson calling in from Melbourne, Victoria, at the bottom of the world. My life change for this year, I want to work less and I want to spend more time with people, because I spent a lot of time after drama school just throwing myself into casual work and saving money and doing nothing but that, not spending enough time with the people I love. So my goal for this year, my change for this year, is to cut back on my casual job and spend more time with others, and that'll also hopefully force me to find new avenues of income that are more creatively aligned. But That's my change for this year. You may hold me accountable as I will you.
I love that. I love that, Fliza.
That's
Fliza,
great.
he's answered the
That's
call.
great.
He's taking the call.
Yes. And we'll hold you accountable.
I
We
think.
will absolutely hold you accountable. And
Go ahead.
well, I mean, I was going to say that we've heard what 4 or 5 of these now. I love that there's a conscious understanding of time. That every single one of these are talking about reclaiming their time from something else that they recognize as not beneficial to them and rediverting it to creativity or care of others or their own craft. Or I love this. This is fantastic. These are really great, and it's wonderful that there's something in the zeitgeist of going, there's a limited amount of time and I'm not spending it on what I want to spend it on. My resource is time, and I'm just giving my resource away. I'm just paying into the universe this energy that is not redoubling or coming back to me. That's really cool.
I think that's going to completely like generate more, and like you said, generate more work for himself creatively. I think that's going to naturally happen. I wonder what.
Yeah.
Fliza, you have to tell me what your human design is. What's your human design? I want to know your human design, Fliza. Call in and let us know on speakpipe.com/theater of others.
Yeah, there you go. Do it.
Adam's a generator. Of course he is.
Yeah. I'm a battery. That's me.
Yeah, baby. He's the battery. And I'm a projector. Of course I am. Thanks for asking. All right. So what's the next one?
Next one is Jimby.
I have been challenged, and I never back down on a challenge. So my life change for 2024 is saying more yeses to myself and to prioritize myself. And the one big change that I'm going to do to honor that is to not multitask anymore. It's going to be so hard, but yep, here we go, 2024.
Good, mama. Do it.
Wow. Okay, Jimmy, I'm going to hold you to that one. She's not going to multitask. Can you imagine a Jimby not multitasking?
With that ADHD brain, no, I don't know.
Girl.
It's gonna be difficult, but
Girl.
but I'm glad she recognizes. It's good that she recognizes, and it's not about achieving it. It's about trying to, looking to see what changes can be made. But she needs to put herself first. Now, obviously, she's a mother. She needs to put her daughter 1st, but she better put herself a very close second. That's what she needs to understand.
Yes, exactly. But also putting her daughter first puts herself first, because you know how much she loves her baby.
Yeah.
That just gives her joy all the time, right? That's guaranteed joy.
But she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to single-handedly save Philippines. She doesn't need to single-handedly carry the theater industry on her back.
Girl. But see, this is the thing, though. I know Jimby. She will. Her quick brain will figure out a way to multitask, prioritizing herself.
Yeah, exactly. She will find a way to multitask.
So she'll be like in the middle of a spa. She'll be in the middle of a spa, getting a manicure and a pedicure, and working on her new book, and designing her logo, and
leading a voice class,
and teaching a voice class, and swiping left, or is it right?
Yep. Swiping left. She deserves much better than that person.
Yeah, exactly. She's swiping left. She's gonna swipe. You just keep swiping left, Jimby. You just keep swiping left. Girl, I got you on this. I will back you up. If I see you multitasking, I'll make you put it down. I'll make you put that task down. Or I'll ask you the question, how is this servicing you?
That's good.
How is this task servicing you? and your priorities and your needs in this moment, Ms. Jambalaya. Okay, next one.
Joshua.
Hello, this is Joshua Waterstone, an artist and digital technical director for the Theater of Others. And my goal for this year is I'm going to steal from Budi on the yoga 3 times a week. I'd love to do that again. And also having a full focused aria session each day, playing with my 20-month-old child without distraction or interruption, and really giving her all of me. Usually in the morning is when I'm with her, as well as evenings, but either in a morning session or during the evening, really having a full focused, undistracted time with her. All right, love you all. Wishing you all the best in 2024.
Oh, that's good. I love that. Okay, Josh, we will keep each other in check. We should, Josh. Maybe we should have a yoga log. We'll do like a yoga log WhatsApp group where you and we log in a session with each other. Let's do that. And I love that you're going to do baby time. Baby time is the right time. Do you think 20 minutes is enough, though?
No, he didn't say 20. Did he say 20 minutes? I think he said she's 20 months. She's 20 months old.
I heard 20 minutes. I was like, damn.
I'm going to give my daughter 20 minutes. Tick. Let me check that off. Good. 20 minutes. I'm a good dad.
20 minutes a day? I was like, damn, girl.
She's 20 months old. No.
Josh will give her 20 minutes, and then the mom takes care of the rest.
Yeah. The other 23 hours and 40 minutes of the day, Anya's taking care of her. Yeah, exactly. No.
Anya's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, Josh and I play D&D, and we do 2 different games we're playing together. And in one of the games, he's got Arya. He always has her there when we're playing, and he created a character in which he has to have a baby. So there's a reason for him to sometimes disappear, and we've made the baby a part of the game, like him leaving or him him needing to take a moment, and he has to protect the baby. It's really wonderful, but at the same time.
It's so Theater of Others. If there's a child in the room, they will be a part of it. They will be assimilated. Yeah. They will be a part of the show.
Yeah. But I like that he said 100% attention to her, because there's times when he's split. He's
okay, 100% attention. Okay, yeah. Not 20 minutes. I got the 20 and I heard attention. You gotta give her 20 minutes of attention.
I'll just stare.
Lord, I'm glad we worked that one out.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
So, Josh, when you hear this, hit me up. Time to log it in. Okay, who's next?
Julian Elijah Martinez.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My goal is pretty simple. I'm going to read 14 books. I read 12 books last year, so my goal is to do 2 more than that. And I find that when I keep things that simple in terms of like just reading books, then the other things the other goals and the other affirmations and the other intentions that I have typically fall into place. So that's my goal. Read 14 books.
I love that man. 14 books?
That's great.
Negro, you better do that. You better let these kids know.
I heard that, and I immediately, because we got these like a month ago, and I've had a really productive January and February, and I've read 6 books. Not that I'm comparing to Julian Elijah Martinez at all, but I've just been really productive, and I go, oh my God. So it made me go, great. So then what's my number that I'm going to achieve? If I can read 6 books now, and I know that I'm going to have 8 books for our book club, then great. How many books can I achieve? Can I actually really delve into and consume, not in a very quick way, but actually take them in? And I've read some really great books. I highly recommend.
How many? How many can you do?
I'm going to aim for 20, because I've got 6 now. The 8 that we're going to have, that's 14. I think I can do 6 more than that. Yeah, 20. I'm going to read 20 books this year. No problem.
Wow.
And I'm going to give myself a pizza party at the end of the year like I'm in elementary school again. Yeah.
Not a pizza party. You need to give yourself a taco party, a burrito party.
Well, there's not good tacos or burritos here in Egypt, but there's good pizza, so I can find good pizza.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna do 20, how many should I do? How many books did I read this month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you include my whole PhD, I reread it with the workbook. It's not bad, Dick. It's not bad. It's
Great.
not bad at all.
Yeah, you can do, and we're gonna do 8 more books for the book club. So yeah, you can do 20 as well. Let's do it. You, me, 20 books. 20
Okay,
books in
20
2024.
books. 20 books in 2024.
All right, 20 books.
Done. But I have to
Hey,
keep track of them because I just read.
Well, I've got them on my Kindle, so I can actually see when I take them off of my Kindle and put them back in my library.
That's you and your add and removals.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Julian Elijah Martinez. I'm listening to the episode 1 podcast. I love it. It's
so good, right?
It's wonderful. Yes, but I actually want to give a shout out to Julian Elijah Martinez playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm right there with you. I'm obsessed with the game. If you ever want to team up and tackle something, I'm obsessed with it. I do it all the time. It's phenomenal. I highly recommend it to anybody who hasn't had a chance to play Baldur's Gate 3. It's the best game ever made. Maybe Tetris or Super Mario Brothers.
Where do you boys find time to play video games? That's what I want to know.
You make the time. I come home from rehearsals and I need an hour to decompress, and I just kill things, and it's great. I need to go collect a dog or find some gold or kill a goblin, and it's great. And then I can go to bed.
You have just made Julian Elijah Martinez's day. He now has a new play friend.
Oh, I love it. It's great. I was early access. Elijah, I was early access for 3 years, and I'm a MacBook player, so I'm hardcore if I'm playing this game, and I waited as long as I did to get it. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. Well, I now know you have a new friend online.
Yeah.
All right, Negro. Play your games, and read your books. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, what's next?
Emily again.
Oh.
Hi, it's Emily. I'm back. I am being bullied by Budi to come back on here. But it is important. Okay, so actually, redo. I still am going to give up coffee, but my life change this year is I'm going to embrace unabashedly my creativity to the extent and the same amount that I unabashedly accept myself as a kinky person. So, yes, I'm going to relish in my creativity the same way I accept and relish in my sexuality.
I love this. This is why I made her put it on. I was with her when she did it. I was like, that's your life goal. The same amount of energy in your creativity is the same amount of energy that you put in your PJJ.
Wow, okay.
By the way, she is writing. Galton and I were talking about this just the other day. She is writing this book that is literally going to be a world best-selling book. It is so good. Like we've been, she's in the 8 Years Left writers group, and we've been reading chapters after individual chapters, and I was like, I cannot wait to read the story like intact, like going from chapter to chapter to chapter to chapter. It's so good. And I'm not gonna tell anything about it. It's not my job. It's not my job to release the beast. But I'm just letting y'all know when Emily Moeller finally releases this book that she's been writing for the past 2 years, It's a game changer. It's a game. She's actually created a new genre. It's so cool. It's so cool. So yes, she needs to put that energy in her to her creativity so she can finish that motherfucking book. Oh, grrr. Wait, did Jack David Burmeister give one?
No, he didn't. He's fired.
Do we have another one?
We have one more. Yes, from Yao.
Sweet beast. Tastes like chicken. Tastes like chicken. Yow. Tastes like chicken.
If you're listening to this, I wish you an amazing year. And my goal for life change is to carve a wooden bowl capable of holding at least 5 apples.
It's my favorite.
Wow.
This is my favorite. I like how absolutely specific it is and how tight. Like, he didn't use the full minute and a half to say it. He said, I just need 20 seconds to say exactly this. A wooden bowl that can hold a minimum of 5 apples. Because you can see it now, right? You can totally see it, and you can hold him to it, and he knows if he has achieved it or not. I love that. That's great.
Mm-hmm. And I think that what I also love about it is there isn't the emotional failure component. Like, there's like real pleasure in the pursuit of it.
Yeah.
Because he's just started, absolutely. Carving wood, and that's his new thing that he's like really enjoying. So I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Yao, can I have the bowl? Mama loves a bowl. She loves a wood bowl.
He needs to keep the bowl. I think he needs to keep his first wooden bowl. Well, you can continue.
No, give it to me.
Number 2. He should do it for
I'll
himself.
use it.
He's created something for himself. And so will he. Apparently, he has 5 apples. He needs to put somewhere.
I think Jack David Burmeister needs to get on right now and tell us his.
Jack's ordering pizza. He's nowhere near us right now.
He's doing his laundry. He's turning a trick. That's just how he rolls.
No, what he just texted us. What did he just say? He said, "Stop calling me out. I hate you both." No. Oh no,
he says,
did.
"Wait, I have 2." Yes. Read them.
Not New Year's resolutions, physical and mental. My physical one is surprise, commitment to at minimum 2 sessions of gym per week, no matter whether I'm in a show season, traveling, or work. My mental one, holding myself up to a high professional standard to therefore ensure every project I take on is held at the same standard.
Doesn't he already hold himself at a high professional standard? Like, doesn't he already do that?
I think so. I can't talk about any of his other work, but with stuff with us, I always find him to be somebody that I can rely on and trust. And yeah. So you're already doing that with us, Jack. I don't know what crap you're doing with other people, but
baby, you were top of the line. You are top of the line. Well, it's also who are you collaborating with, darling?
Well, there's also
I think that's what you need to that's what you need to put in there. It's like, right? Like, make sure that I collaborate with those individuals that bring out the best in me.
That's a better way of thinking of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you do fantastic work. I've never known you to not do, the best professional standard, high quality work. As a matter of fact, why don't we listen to one of your new compositions? Just to prove just how fierce of a bitch you are. Oh, how's that sound, Adam? Take a break?
I think so. I think we're at the end of it.
And then come back with some provocations?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary conforming individuals, you are listening to the stereo sounds of the highly professional, great, beautiful standard of music, composition, and ooh la la. J.D.B. Jack David Burmeister. And we're back, Jack, and we're back, Jack. See, girl, I mean, you are just fine, honey. You just need to make sure that who you are collaborating with are at your level. Oh, agreed, Adam?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so provocation time. Do you have provocation?
Yeah, my provocation is obviously we're talking about not resolutions, life changes, and the only way to really kind of is don't let. We're doing this in February. Do a check-in periodically, once a quarter, the end of the quarter. Like check in and see how you are. We asked you to keep, keep us accountable to the things that we said we were going to do. Find an accountability partner and check in with yourself and make sure you're doing it. And also, then it gives you time to reevaluate it and go, you know what? This is a busy year. I don't think 20 books is achievable. I'm going to go for 18 instead. I think 18 is doable. Or, you know what? I'm finding that I can't do 3 hours a day of writing, but I can commit to 2 hours a day. I can find those 2 hours, but the third hour I can't do. Instead of giving up completely, it's modify it to what you can do. So check in with yourself and then reevaluate what's working. Don't give it up. Just reevaluate it. That's my provocation.
It's a fantastic provocation. My provocation is for Yao. Will you make a second bowl? I want a bowl, yo. I love vessels. I do. I love vessels. It's like, okay, okay. I guess I just can't, take his bowl away. But make a second bowl, yo. Make a second bowl. I would be able to put it in my luggage anyway, unless he's like mailed it to me, and then it just yeah, it's too complicated. Maybe you can come to my house and carve a bowl. I have tons of trees. I can give you the wood, and then you can carve a bowl on site. Now the provocation is for the other listeners. No, but I serendipitously wanted to say that the reason why I love Yao's goal for life change is it's just so tangible and it's filled with pleasure. So in these decisions that you're making and trying to change your life, shouldn't it be pleasurable to change your life?
Yes.
That's a rhetorical question.
Yes,
but Adam, Marple, how we gonna know they did this?
They're going to go to speakpipe.com/theater of others. Again, speakpipe.com/theater of others. You can leave a 90-second voice message on there and we can play it on air like you heard today. And you can be wowed like Emily was when she was going, oh, it's just so easy. Absolutely. And we're so glad to hear these voices and to hear feedback on the podcast and that the things we're saying mean something to you. Maybe we bullied a lot of these people.
And that you're listening.
It was great to hear their voices. Yeah, it was great to hear their voices. I love there are also ways to get in touch with this podcast at theaterofothers.com via email. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, and our website.
On the gram, y'all.
Yeah. And the only way you're going to know if we give you a provocation or any way we're going to know if we have something we want you to do or be ready for the next interview is if they do what, Budi?
They're going to have to subscribe. How you going to know? How you going to know we done come into your inbox if you don't subscribe? Because we come to your inbox week.
Yes.
Rain, sleet, snow, fire, trees down, floods, glacier moving in your way, glacial problems, glacier damage. Yeah. We come glacier damage.
Glacier damage.
But you know what? If you really like us, because I know you do, because when you've subscribed, it means that you like us. And if you like us, you should just do what my Uber driver does. You give me 5 stars, I give you 5 stars. 5 star. It's a 0-sum end, win the game.
Getting closer and closer every single time.
Non-sum zero win the game.
I have a
Win the
life goal
game
that I
some
have
for
you.
none. Some win, some lose. Maybe, maybe not. All I gotta say is, if you really like us and you want to give us more than 5 stars, if you want to give us 5.7 stars, you can also leave it in the comments and say, "Oh my goodness, they're so good." I've got to leave not only my feedback on how good they are, but I have got to give them an extra point of starage because they're amazing, and it will go into our algorithm. It's like quick and easy, just goes right up in there. And you know what happens if it goes right up in there, Adam Marple? You know who's coming on? Oprah. Mm-hmm. 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 And you know if Oprah comes on, you know who's coming after her. Beyonce.
Beyonce.
The Virgo's gonna be on. We're gonna get the Virgo. And if we get the Virgo, we already got, you know who we already got.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Adam, I love you so much.
I love you too.
It's so happy to see you smiling in Cairo. It's like I'm now. It's so happy. It's so happy to see you.
I
Adam.
refer to my. It refers to itself in third person. It is happy that you that thou are happy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It loves thee.
I'm happy.
It loves thee.
It
Yes.
loves thee back.
It loves thee.
Yes.
And for all y'all, we'll be in your inbox next week. Why? Because you subscribed. Bye!
Thanks for joining us this week on the Theater Brothers podcast. Make sure to visit our website, theaterbrothers.org, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. A special thank you to Purple Planet for the music you've heard. The Theater Brothers creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purposes of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task and requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? Be sure to tune in next week for our next journey.